better now I've got my lovely Christmas pudding suit on. Now everyone knows I love this so much and it is very precious to me, but I have got something that is the most precious gift to talk to you about, and we're going to use the word pudding because I love it so much. Okay, so our first letter is the letter P, which this time doesn't stand for pudding. It stands for precious gift. Now, you might receive lots of precious gifts at Christmas, but I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about the precious gift of Jesus that was given by God. So Jesus came to our earth, sent from God, and that's what we're celebrating at Christmas. Now you might be thinking, well, why did God send his precious gift to us? And that's where the letter U comes in, which is understanding. We got to understand why and what he was doing. So God loved us so much that he gave that special gift to us. And that gift was taking away our sins and having Jesus pay the punishment for what we've done wrong. There's lots of things that we tend to do wrong every single day. And actually Jesus, when he came to this world, was put on that cross and he died such a horrible death. But that was also a gift to us because it meant that he had paid that price and we don't have to have a punishment for that. Now that is only if we're asking God for forgiveness. And we've got to make sure that we confess those things that we've done wrong to God and we ask for forgiveness for them. The letter D is quite a serious one, and it is the word decision. We've got quite a big decision to make in our lives. Now God tells us, you've got to choose this day, not waiting for ages to decide, but choose this day whom you're going to serve. Are you going to serve Jesus? Now, if we are a Christian, that means that we have confessed who Jesus is and what he did for us. We've also confessed our sins to him. We've told him the things we've done wrong, but we've also asked for forgiveness for them. And in that, we've also turned away from our sin, and we are saying we are not going to live that life where we're mean and horrible and nasty to people, even though sometimes we can still do that. But we should again come and ask forgiveness, but we should actually turn completely away from our sin and turn to God and look to him. Now you've got to decide, are you going to do that? Are you going to turn and follow Jesus? Or are you going to follow your own way? Now God very clearly tells us in the Bible that if we follow his way, we will be able to spend eternity with him when we die, which is amazing. Our next letter is another D, which is for disciple. Now if we are following God and doing those things that I talked about before, we're a disciple. Now a disciple spreads this news that we've got. Now you can tell your friends, your family about who Jesus is and what he did for us and how badly each one of us need him. God told us the way you can recognize my disciples is by showing love to one another. So we need to remember that we need to be showing love to all kinds of people. God doesn't pick and choose who he loves every single one of us. So we need to think of those things that we can do that show love to people. And this Christmas, that might be sending a Christmas card to someone. It might be going and helping someone with their Christmas shopping who can't really get outside very easily. It might be just going around someone's to have a chat who you know is quite lonely. So hopefully you can tell me some ways that you've been showing love to people. I would love to hear that. Our next letter is quite a big word. And it's quite a Christmassy word, and it's the word IMMANUEL, which when you hear that, sometimes you can think, what does that mean? It's quite a big word, but it means God with us. Now, this is really important because even when we might be scared, we might be lonely, we might be finding things really hard, or we might be finding things amazing and we're having so much fun. We've got to remember that God is with us all the time. Sometimes when we've decided to follow Jesus, people can be quite mean about it and say quite nasty things. But we can remember in those times that God is with us. He's with you wherever you are. Even when you're awake in the middle of the night and you think no one else is awake, God never sleeps and he's right there. All you need to do is pray to him and speak to him. And the next letter is one of my favourites, which is never give up. That's for the letter N. Okay, and that's really important because sometimes the Christian life and following Jesus can be really quite hard. Sometimes it can be really tiring when we have to love people and do things for people and be really kind all the time. But actually God tells us to keep going and never to give up. It's really important that we are always looking to him. And then we don't get tired of loving people. So this Christmas, remember to keep going, not to give up. Keep following Jesus. And our last letter is the word G, which is for grace, which means that God has given us this amazing gift and this opportunity to have a relationship with him without us having to earn it, which is amazing because we know we could never earn it. That means it is a free gift. Now you might get loads of different gifts this Christmas, you might give loads of different gifts this Christmas, but this is the most important one, and we were just given it. We didn't even have to earn it. We don't even have to give a gift back. But what we can do is by living our life for Jesus, we are accepting this gift. That's really what I want you to think about this Christmas. Are you going to accept this gift from God? So it's really important that you do. What we should also remember is that this is grace through faith, and it's a gift from God, and we're not earning it ourselves. It's not all our hard work, it's God's free gift. So I hope you have a fantastic and wonderful Christmas, and I hope you don't forget those things that we've talked about. Now I've made a little card that's got the word pudding and all the different words that we've talked about today. If you would like one, send me an email. I'm going to put my email down here and hopefully you'll be able to read it. And you might have to get your parents, but send me an email and I will send one to you in the post so that you can always remember it. And of course, it's free. So you haven't really got an excuse not to. See you soon. Merry Christmas, everybody!